What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, a trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion about trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading. So today is a very important day, second last day of trading week. We see that there are some news coming up later today. We see especially CAD pairs, gold and USD pairs are very volatile. So I will be looking at now one by one in this live session. Any trade coming up, we will be opening the trade. So make sure guys you stick till the end of this session. Now before I begin, as usual, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. And also let me know in the live chat which one you are trading. So looking at, first of all, I'll be looking at euro dollar. Now, early today what I have seen that euro dollar from the bigger picture perspective, from daily, it is a bearish market. Euro dollar, if we look at from the long-term price action, from the monthly, we see that euro dollar from the monthly perspective is also currently bearish. This is a long-term bullish market. As I mentioned earlier today, that euro dollar failed to create a higher high. Instead, they have created a lower high. So with that lower high creation, euro dollar now coming down to the monthly support level where there is a monthly low. And you'll see that very important technique to look at. When you see the price fail to create a higher high, in 90% of the time you will see that it will come down to create a lower low. I will create a separate YouTube video as well on this one. It's a very good technique, from this place. This is what I was discussing based on that fact. So euro dollar on the monthly, what I think that highly likely the price might come down and break this monthly support level, which is very likely to happen at nearly there. So let's see how we can find trading opportunity. This is what I think that it will come down. Nothing is guaranteed in trading, as you know, that it's all about probability. So now looking at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, that this is a very strong impulse on the weekly on euro dollar. With this back-to-back four weekly dodges here, and the price has in fact rejected towards the upside. With this from the support level, euro dollar has a bounce. Now this is the starting of this impulse doji, and I think that because it's the starting of the impulse, we could see that euro dollar might come to test this high. This doji's high is the super important area because this is the swing low and high, and highly likely that euro dollar may come down to test this previous resistance, which is turning support here, and from that level we can expect euro dollar to have a bounce later. But at least we can expect now there is a gap to fill. If we look at, it's almost 51 pip on euro dollar, is quite a bit. I'm expecting it to drop, and after even a pullback. Now if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily market structure on euro dollar. We see there is an impulse correction, and the price is forming series of higher high and higher low, so which is a typical uptrending market structure, series of higher high and higher low. And with that, the price has long consolidated in that area on euro dollar. This is a huge consolidation, and with that consolidation we saw that euro dollar has completely broken towards the downside. This is the breakdown on euro dollar. Now with that breakdown, the price, now this is the support. We saw that the price even didn't reach there. With this daily doji, euro dollar has broken down, and I think that you can see the price is approaching that support level after the previous day's middleman. Euro dollar dropped, and I think that we could see further to this level. Now from the lower time frame to see potential entry, we saw there is in fact a huge liquidity gap here. which in fact this is what I posted the analysis yesterday as well. The price did exactly as it is, guys. Make sure that you stay subscribed and press bell button. I normally post analysis in London session as well as in New York session, so that you guys can stay notified, because trading is all about looking at the fresh in the market. If it is a music, you can watch in the night, but trading, that I think that the trade goes very fast. That's why sometimes even I miss the trade even to give the entry. So yeah, make sure you stay connected so that you are always notified as soon as I release something. So now we see this with this liquidity graph from here. Euro dollar has created this move towards the downside. Now the price is pushing up a little bit for a pullback. I'll wait for euro dollar to come down to test this level, which is a probability to happen, because you see that euro dollar in fact in that level. Okay, so in the zone on euro dollar, this is the double top here. Okay, and then has broken down with the double top. The price, this is the support here, okay, which is turning resistance here on euro dollar. And with the support turn resistance, euro dollar currently, this support turn resistance, we can expect a rejection towards the downside on euro dollar. So we'll be waiting for a potential opportunity on euro dollar. Let's see how it does. As soon as we will find entry, we'll be looking for opportunity on euro dollar. So let's see how it does. Let me know in the chat, guys, which one you are up to. Okay, so thanks for being here, Noami. Good morning. Thank you, Noami. Oladele, hello sir. Thank you, Oladele. Dollar yen daily time frame, when from when you can. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Thank you. Dollar yen and gold place cursor. Yeah, absolutely. We'll look at that. Check GBP coach, and this is 50 plus. Yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking at that. No problems. Thank you very much. Okay, so we'll be looking at all of them. Dollar yen, gold, CHFJPY, GBPJPY. So looking at dollar yen, okay, so dollar yen from the 4-hour perspective, there is a middleman here. And we see that from the bigger picture perspective, from the weekly time frame, this is the weekly price action on dollar yen. And if we look at the monthly on dollar yen, this is the monthly price action. And from the monthly perspective, dollar yen was creating series of higher low along the zone. And with that series of higher low on dollar yen, we see that the price has broken out of the resistance completely to the upside on dollar yen. Now, if we look at the overall picture on dollar yen, this is a long-term bullish market. So with that long-term bull market, dollar yen has been able to break to the upside completely above the resistance level now, and with that resistance we can expect dollar yen to come down. We may not be able to see big move on the downside higher time frame. On the lower time frame we might see pullback, but you can see this is the monthly candle on dollar yen, and we see that the price in fact has completely broken to the upside on the monthly. Now with that breakout on dollar yen has completely gone to the upside, and I think that dollar yen will continue to rise towards the upside. Now if we look at the weekly price action on dollar yen, we see that from the weekly perspective, the price was creating series of higher low along the zone and has broken towards the upside. Now with that breakout on dollar yen, I think that the price might continue to rise to the upside, and it might break this resistance level even to the upside from the weekly perspective. Now if you look at the daily, from the daily time frame, we see there is a double bottom here. Now with the double bottom, the price has broken towards the upside, little bit of pullback. Now we see that dollar yen from the daily is breaking all this resistance. So there's a quite a bit of move happen, and I think that dollar yen could continue to rise to the upside. So from the lower time frame perspective, from intraday, we can see that this is the doji has formed on dollar yen. Now with that doji, the price has now currently broken towards the upside. Okay, so what I'm expecting on dollar yen, the price to continue to rise to the upside. So as soon as we will find entry, we'll look for potential bullish trading opportunity. Yesterday you have seen that in the live we have opened a position on dollar yen, and that in fact has given us profit, and the rest of the half is still running. I'm sure that everyone of you enjoyed this trade on dollar yen. So let's look at that. Let's see where we can find the next opportunity. Okay, so still in AUD CAD, awesome. Coach AUD CHF. Yep, we'll be looking at that, guys. Okay, so before I proceed further, guys, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So make sure that, guys, you give a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There will be a lot of content coming up in the next weekend as well. I'll be releasing a lot of content in the upcoming week that will really help you in your trading. I will show you how I do map the market to see the liquidity in the market. Okay, so make sure, guys, you stay tuned on this one. So let's look at now on gold. Now gold, has massive. Okay, today also let's look at what's happened with the gold. We see that gold has a massive drop. We had two trades. This one didn't work out, the smaller one. The bigger one has given us 2.7 times profit on this one. Okay, very impressive trade. We'll be discussing that and see where we can find the next opportunity as well. Now first, let's see the trade that what triggered. As I mentioned, that always I focus on learning. Okay, learning is the key in trading. So as you can see that first I was in the buy position, and then we closed it a bit drawdown, that one gone, and the next one we took with 2.7 times profit. So let's look at that position that we have had a great opening. This one, you can see there is a gap opening. This was a fake out to the upside. Gold many times does this, especially when it's at the top of the channel. And we saw that gold, in fact, this is the channel that gold has moved to the upside with a gap opening. And then with that gap opening, gold has completely broken towards the upside. Now with that gap, gold has gone up, okay, with this big candle to the upside. Now with the gap opening, what we saw that gold has broken to the upside, and then that's a fake move. Now with that fake move, immediately gold has started to drop. Now especially when gold makes this kind of fake move, normally the price move in the right direction and with a bit more bigger speed. And when we saw this one here, this is the main candle that is a trigger here. You can see this is a big middleman that has in fact a huge liquidity, because there's a fake move back to back two candles, and this is where I saw that the gold started to drop. Now with that drop on the 5 minutes from this middleman, and with that middleman formation that we have seen, that gold in fact has dropped completely to the downside. Now we do have a strategy that I use on middleman. I can explain that how it goes. In fact, this will really help you in your trading journey. So we did that one. The previous one was closed, and then we sold at 1977.13, the one that you see here. And straight it came to the TP at 1974. I think it's below the TP now. We could take 3 times on this one, which was possible exactly, but 2.7 is a very good risk to reward ratio. Now from that place we saw that gold has in fact aggressively broken towards the downside. Now with that breakdown, let's see where we can find trading opportunity. Next one, I was watching for long time price action for this one during the London session. Also, if you want to trade this kind of trade with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, also you can join us. There's a link in the description area. You can visit the website, and also there's a link at the top of the chat. I'll recommend you to join us if you really want to trade and also learn our strategies, and also be part of this trading community, access all the trading tools that we have. So, and also we frequently trade, as you have seen, AUD CAD also running in profit. We close some part is running in profit. So all the trade almost moving in the right direction. This is the main goal here, is to help trader, and this is what we are doing. And if you are not profitable especially, then I'll say that this is the best place that you will find. Link in the description, and also link at the top of the chat. You can join us to learn our strategies and also to trade with us. Thank you very much. Hello Patrick, thanks for gold call, boss. My account blessed with. Okay, very good, thank you. This is what we are discussing. That's awesome. In the meantime, guys, make sure that you like this stream to be visible to more people. So let me look at now yen pairs. Let's look at DXY a little bit while we didn't look at that. Okay, if we look at the DXY, we see the DXY trending with a very nice bullish price action that we have seen long time. DXY. Now we saw that DXY, if you look at the bigger picture monthly, from the monthly perspective, DXY, this is a huge monthly bullish price action. We saw that with this monthly support, from this monthly support, DXY has a bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, what we have seen that DXY with this bounce now breaking all the monthly resistance, recent level of resistance. And what we see that on DXY is that the price, this is the nearest level of monthly resistance line here. And with that, this is the support, very important level of monthly support here. Okay, and the support here. Now with all those support on DXY, there is a bounce with a higher low on DXY. Now with that bounce, currently the price just crossed the monthly high. So there is a no man's land here, and there is a huge imbalance in the market. And I think that DXY might continue to rise in that direction. So we see there is a resistance here with this long wick candle, and we saw the market in fact it's pushing high. And I think that the market will continue to rise to the upside, and very highly likely that even we could see, it's a long-term bull, and we could see a bit more push to the upside. This is the monthly price action. The first 2 weeks, we have seen that DXY had a significant movement. Now, if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this weekly candle is a significant bullish price action. Okay, it's a strong bull candle, and from this support we saw that DXY has this bounce to the upside. Now followed by, we saw that there is another bullish candle is forming here, which is expected. You have seen my weekly forex forecast. The price after penetrating this level, DXY has formed this bullish candle. Now with that bull candle, the price now currently heading to an important level. I think that you see there is an imbalance. We could see DXY at least reach that level where there is the previous support turning resistance, exactly mirror to DX, euro dollar. From the weekly, DXY is pushing high. Now if we look at the daily, now we can see that there is a today, after this previous day's bullish candle. Now how do I consider it as a bullish candle? Let's look at that point as well. If you look at this candle on DXY, this is a bullish candle. Now with that bullish candle, there is a long wick at the top. Okay, there's a long wick, and also there is a healthy body here. Okay, so with that long wick and healthy body, we see that this is the previous resistance turn support here, and we saw that today the market opened just with a gap. Okay, if you look at that, and then after a little bit of retest, the market started to bounce to the upside, which is a sign that further bullish move on DXY. And I think that the market highly likely will be heading to that level with the previous support turn resistance here. So from the lower time frame, we can see that this is where we can see potential. There is an impulse correction. The price is creating series of higher high and higher low, so which is a typical uptrending market structure. So this is the resistance here, which turns support here. We saw that there is another bounce, and which is looking like that it may continue to rise. Now from that DXY perspective, we see that gold is still bearish, and also euro dollar, we see that bearish. GBP USD, AUD USD, all of them are potentially a downside along with the DXY. So let's look at how it is doing. Okay guys, in the meantime, let me know guys, you can hear me properly. Let me see, my mic is okay. How are you doing? Let me know you can hear me, and also let me know what's your setup currently. So going back to gold guys, let's see if we can find an entry on gold. This is a trending market, 4-hour perspective. So if we look at the bigger picture on gold, looking at the monthly, now look monthly, what I see that gold is a very strongly bearish market. There is a huge liquidity trigger in that area on gold. Now with that liquidity trigger, gold in fact has a rejection from the top. Now with that rejection, what we see that gold currently facing this monthly support level, and I think that the way I see the price action, highly likely that gold may continue to drop in that direction. Now with that drop, we could see that gold coming down monthly, breaking the monthly support, and then in that zone it is grabbing liquidity and then moving to the upside. So you could see potential further drop. Now if we look at the weekly, this is what exactly expected in my previous weekly forex forecast. We saw that from the weekly, gold has a significant bounce here. Okay, rejection. Now with that rejection, the price in fact has come down almost below this long-term bullish channel. What I think that from the bigger picture perspective, gold, this is a long-term bullish channel. You can see it's breaking this side. I think that anytime even we could see bullish move, but before that, this is a bigger picture, we could see further drop. I think in that move we might see when the price is coming to that this weekly 20 EMA, which is below this level of support. And if we look at the daily, we can see the previous day there is a middleman, and afterwards today, after little pullback, the price has started to drop continuously. So from the intraday perspective, from lower time frame, we can see that gold, this is the 4-hour time frame, and there is a doji as well as bearish candle, and this is a typically bearish price action. With the doji, after little pullback, we saw the market has in fact reversed. Now from the 1 hour as well, we see there is a very strong bearish price action. So we had that successful trade, which is 2.7 times TP on this one, and I want to look forward to have another one if it is in this live session, guys. Make sure that you stay tuned. Let's see where we can find, if there is any opportunity. Opportunity comes rarely. Trading is all about patience, because when the right moment comes, then we can enter the trade. Okay, so this is the 5 minutes candle. You can see it's consolidating. We might see another liquidity gap from the top. Now if it managed to go top for the liquidity gap, we might find an entry opportunity. Okay, so we discussed the one that this one we sent to the students. The first one didn't work out, the second one has done a lot. Now this is the main the way of trading is, you see that most of our trade, we had a big risk to reward or a very high probability trade. This is the key feature, what I can say, the characteristics of a trader is to always remain with a bigger risk to reward or high probability. It doesn't have to be always bigger risk to reward, but if you can pinpoint the probability of the trade even with a bit smaller risk to reward, it is possible to be profitable. The main goal here is to either you need to have a very high winning rate or high risk to reward. So this is what we'll be looking at on gold. So let's see what's the next opportunity coming up. Let me see how it is doing here. So how to join trades. T Latlan, thank you very much. Thank you, Mohanad. T Latlan, you can join the trade. Visit our website, click join now button, and then you can join. If it is a live trade, then you can, the one that we did yesterday on dollar yen was a live trade. It's you can join from here. But if you want to join the VIP trades that and learn our strategy, we see some pullback coming up very aggressively. Oh, holy shit, there is a big move with the news comes, and that had a massive drop, and you see that this is the news candle. Okay, this is what trading, if we could hold that, it might give us even a bit more downside, isn't it? So you saw that from the 4 hour, the price is continuing to drop. Let's see if it is planning for any kind of reversal. We'll be looking at that. Still downtrend. The price is well below now. Let's look at the monthly. It's almost the monthly support. In the monthly support, okay, there is a massive drop on gold with the news candle. Yep, we'll be looking at US30 as well. So let's see what it is trying to do. As I mentioned, there could be sudden drop, and that drop even could come to this level. So what's happening, because there is no significant level of support here, so there has been a massive drop on gold. Yeah, that's what happened. There's a massive liquidity gap. Okay, so AUD CAD, this is a position that we are running. You have seen in our previous live, guys, and this one also 2 times TP on this one. Give a big thumbs up if you're running that trade as well with us in our previous live, in the London session live. This AUD CAD position was open, and I'm sure that every one of you enjoyed that. And when I was, you know, open, this is a VIP trade, but when I opened, price was at the entry. Many of you have looked at that, so let me know, guys. Anyone running, kindly review. Kevin, yep, we are running that trade risk free. Let me know anyone running that trade, AUD CAD position, in the chat. So along with the gold trade, this one also 2 times profit. Let's see, I'm expecting it to break down. If it breaks down, then it should give us, we are already half position profit with, and half closed, half, the rest half is running. So this one we see that AUD CAD, okay, we entered at 0.8952, so which is around, and a stop loss here, and TP at 0.89148. so I want to see you know, because gold is dropping, and AUD, as you know, that gold is mostly related to AUD, so we could see that AUD CAD coming down. Let's look at the news, guys, as CAD news is coming today later. And see that calendar is not coming. So if we look at, okay, so you see that some second, so this one, what's happening? Okay, so let's keep that and see what it is doing. Gold, I don't know, there's something. Okay, so we'll be looking at overall. See, okay, sometimes it happens in here. Okay, so there is a significant drop on gold, and that's a massive drop. This is a significant bearish price action. Let's see if there is an opportunity here. So enter here. Big stop loss. Let's see how it is doing. So what did the calendar did? Okay, we got that. So if we look at the news, then we'll be seeing why gold has that much of drop. If we look at this one here on CAD is coming on AM later today. So you saw that USD, unemployment claims, which is very good for DXY. You can see that less than expected. So unemployment claim has better, so that has given a boost on DXY, and because of that we saw that DXY definitely has a biggest spike. That's what happened. We saw the massive spike as expected, and with that move we might see further move to the upside on DXY. So looking at the daily on DXY and also the lower time frame, we can see that in fact this market is moving in the direction. So you saw that from this resistance has broken towards the upside. So with that break, definitely we see that euro dollar is dropping. AUD USD also having a massive drop. AUD CAD, which is coming down, which is expected. So AUD CAD, we are expecting it to move down. So AUD looks very weaker. Dollar in Aussie yen also, especially AUD USD, because DXY has a very strong movement. CHFJPY is moving in the direction as expected. Okay, let me see if we can find an entry on gold. So this one, let's see what it is trying to do now, pushing up. Okay, so I'm gonna sell gold now for short term. We have the previous one. I will sell another one from here. So with because there could be reversal, so I'll take TP1 here on gold with I'll also send the same trade to the students. This is a so what I'm expecting is for the price to have another break, which is expected. If it cannot break this resistance, we should be able to see another wave of drop, and then we'll be taking the profit. If it reverses, then we are unlucky. I'm a bit late in my entry, but that's fine. Okay, so if it doesn't work, then let's see what it's trying to do. Come on. So from the 15 minutes, which closed as a bearish candle, which is should be able to see this is a bearish candle. That if you are unlucky, then if it is a reversal, then that's a different story. Let me see the 1 hour. Now 1 hour is a bearish candle. Okay, just should be able to see another break. I hope that many of you have got a better price than me. I'm okay. If it managed to break, then we should be able to see another drop. I might take profit very early because very volatile. I'm gonna see this one closing as a pin bar or doji, and So this candle is crucial. If we see this one, you know, has broken towards the downside, at least as a pin bar or a doji red, we should be able to see another drop, which is look like that the sellers are fairly in control. Okay, so that's what I need, a breakdown. And you know, if I see the halfway down, I might close with profit. Okay, so I'm in a profit zone. Okay, that should be dropping to the TP hopefully. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my, okay, I will not move there at the moment. Let's see it break down. So you should be able to see that one you know, breaking down, because the price action is significantly bearish. And yeah, this one looks bearish. We should be able to see at least one candle towards the downside. So I'm around 60, 70, $80 profit. Very good. Yeah, that's what we need. Awesome. So what I'm going to do, this candle is going to close. So I'm going to close half position right now, and the rest half I will be running, because there could be, okay, so we see that let's keep that running because it's very fast. Right, I'll just move my stop loss here, could reduce the risk. So I just moved my, it's a downside, should be downside, and I moved my stop loss at 1972.02, and I close some part of the position. I'm closing some part of the position, half position, 0.35 lot, and I'm moving my stop loss at entry. So I've closed half of the position. I moved my stop loss at 1972.02, so that any risk is reduced, and stop loss I moved at 1972.02. Okay, so I moved my stop loss, I close half, the other half will come here. So let me know guys if you enjoyed this trade, and let me know in the chat. So this is the second trade, gold trade, which is a successful now. We moved our stop loss. Let's see how this one is doing. San, thank you very much. Awesome. Okay, AUD CAD, we see that continuous drop is coming. Okay, so AUD CAD almost hitting our TP, which is the 2 times. This one also guys, VIP trade, AUD CAD we sold at 0.8952, and stop loss at 0.89729, and take profit at 89148, which is 2 times profit than risk. And initially we had a gold trade which hit 3 times. This one we closed with full 2.7 times. Now this one, just now we are nearing the TP. Let's see how it does. I'm expecting this one also to give the full TP. Okay, Martin, yeah, I'll be explaining why trade was taken. Okay, let me see if I see that the trade. I'm still looking to see the market will drop. If we see that could be another bounce, we might be taking the profit out completely. Let me see. Okay, still further drop is possible. Let me see how this one is closing. Okay, I'm gonna close with profit now because we might. Okay, so it's moving in the direction, and let's okay. Okay, I take profit now fully. Okay, I closed with full profit. We might see some upside, so I take the full profit on gold. It's a very tight trade. We might see some upside, so I'm sure that everyone has got very good return on it because it's a quick trade and scalping. We did that. Let's see if we can find another one. We'll be jumping again. So you could see downside. Eureka Martin, yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yes, we are. Yep, in a thing I found previous support. I'm enjoying. Thank you very much. Usdjpy dollar US30, please. Yeah, great. Thank you very much. Gold, yeah. Can you please explain why took that trade, coach? Yeah, I will be looking at that. I'm enjoying the trade. Thank you very much. Yeah, I see. Thank you very much. What about trade buy gold here? Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to thank you for AUD CAD trade, and I'm swing trader. This trade I took from previous live session running in profit. Amazing loan. Thanks for that. This is what it is, guys. AUD CAD is a great trade. This kind of trade I really love, and this is a very good swing trade. Some trade, maybe let's say gold trade that we have taken is a very fast trade, but the AUD CAD trade, let's say if someone is doing the full-time job, following this kind of trade is absolutely amazing, because at the end of the day, trading is all about gaining freedom, making money. It doesn't have to be that you have to make money from gold on 5-minute chart, but one can do from even on in the swing trading perspective. And that's why I sent, as I mentioned yesterday, that I trade gold on 5 minutes, and also I trade AUD CAD, all the minor pairs from the swing trading perspective. That gave me a good return. In even it's a swing trade, but you can see it's just a 4 hours matter of time, it's coming to my profit zone. This is how trading is, and I encourage many people in trading who are losing money. This is why I tell that, guys, trading is all about probability, and once you are on the right side of the probability, any time frame you can trade, anyone can trade in any time frame. And the best thing in trading, I'm a what I can say ambassador of trading, that I love. The best thing in trading is that in trading you don't need anything else, in fact, right? It's just all about finding a trade, right entry point, and then going with it for a bigger profit. Let's say if someone wants to open a shop, there's a lot of resource needed. Okay, someone needs maybe a lot of things needed, in fact, people needed, shop needed, and there's a lot of anxiety involved in it. But the trading is the super. One can live the dream life once one know how to trade, which is very, very important to learn. That's why I encourage you guys, rather than losing money, invest on your education. And also here in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, we keep an option to send all the real trade that I take with the real money that you have seen even in the live, that I send to the students who are trading with us, so that they can, from day one, they can learn and grow as a trader. Make sure, guys, you check out the website. This is the best opportunity that I will say that you can take. There is always support available. Don't hesitate to ask any question in the live chat. Isa will be there to help you any question. And also you see that in this YouTube live also I do frequently call trade. Our previous trade yesterday on YouTube live was dollar yen, was winner. You have seen that. Many of you enjoyed that. Today gold also given some profit on it. This is the second trade on gold. Early today we had one with 3 to 1 risk to reward, so 2.7 times on that trade. Okay, so you can enjoy all of them. Thank you very much. Let's look at another one where we can find the next opportunity. In the meantime, guys, also this weekend I will be releasing for free some YouTube content that I will be explaining how do I look at the market to see the liquidity. I know that this is the common word that you hear from me, liquidity, all the time, so you can understand it. The only thing that you need is just a big thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe so that you are notified, and press the bell button. And I will be premiering on Saturday London session time, so you can watch with me together. So make sure, guys, you stay with me on that, and then we can watch together. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I pause for 2 seconds. Maybe you're following, forgot to do that. Amazing. Did you do that? Awesome. So let's move on for the next one. Aussie yen. Yeah, absolutely. Adrash, thank you so much. Thank you, Adrash. How do you took that? Amazing. Thank you very much. For to gold trade, good profit. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, coach. No problem. Thank you very much. Your live helped me a lot. Risk management. Others. Thank you very much. This is the main goal of all this live session, live trade, is mainly the risk management and learning the trading, how it works. Thank you. USD analysis video earlier, it was in profit, and then news gave me a bigger profit. Very good. Yeah, this is what this happened to me also. News, that's why I trade. I look at the news calendar. This is what I had a question yesterday about the fundamental. This is how I use the fundamental. And I think that all the professional trader, they use the same way. Not only thing, I have seen that this is how the market moves based on the news coming up, and this is only the fundamental way. You see that if you look at the Forex factory calendar that we have seen, that you see this news on USD unemployment claim is 242k, which is a good for DXY, and there was a boost. But before news, that when that news is released, you have seen how much volume came in the market, how fast the trade was, and it's almost impossible to catch those kind of trade because that time also spread widens. But if you look at the way from the fundamental perspective, the way I look at this kind of situation is from the price action perspective. Okay, so from the price action perspective, we see that in fact if you look at the AUD USD, as dollar news was coming, this is what I have seen exactly, the liquidity gap along with the doji, and the price has given exactly that one, and we saw that the price has dropped from here. And if you look at our news and price action strategies, you will find exactly the same thing here. Okay, you can see that from that zone the price has in fact dropped towards the downside, and this is the beauty of understanding or combining price action with the fundamental. When you understand how it is playing the role in the price action. So in the pre-London session live also I have explained how fundamental influence the price action. So basically price action, some investor who really knows how the market moves, they're normally the biggest mover in the market, and they place order in the market that is predictable from the price action perspective. And with that said, this is why I look at from that zone, and I see that AUD USD, you can see it's further probability to drop, and AUD CAD also further probability to drop. Our TP on AUD CAD at 89128, which is a risk-free trade, and I want to keep that on. So let's see how it goes. And this one also news and price action strategy. You can access that strategy if you are a lifetime member. Go to the student dashboard, look for the news and price action question. If you are not on that, also I invite you to join, link in the description area. Also link at the top of the chat. Visit the website, click join now button, join the lifetime access plan, be part of this trading community to be an independent, professional, profitable trader. So let's look at gold again, guys. We see that it in fact finally made its way to the downside. There is a liquidity candle on the 5 minutes, which is a sign of further drop. From the 15 minutes, it's formed a middleman, which is also further probability to drop. And let me see if we can find another one. Okay, so I had a question for Martin, that why did I open this gold trade? Okay, let me tell you why did I open this gold trade. Now this is the second trade. The first one that we have opened is that one, also I'll talk about. First let me talk on the live one, and we'll talk the previous one. So this one, the previous one is here. Now the reason I have opened this trade on gold, this is the live trade. Let's recap that. And this is because the main thing here is learning. Okay, one trade may not make one rich or poor, but it's all about learning. So you see that gold, there is a head and shoulder here. This is the head and the left shoulder and the right shoulder. First thing, this is a bigger picture. Now this is the candle during the news has happened. Now what does this candle contain is a huge liquidity. This is the most common word that you hear from me, liquidity, because in fact the big boys trade based on liquidity, and I always look for the liquidity in the market, because the market moves with the bigger flow, and liquidity traders trade against the retail trader. Okay, so when this candle has formed here, you see this red candle, this is a bearish candle. Let me tell you, in a very quick time, what did I look at in the market. Now if you look at this price action here, you can see that this is a very strong bearish price action, and when this candle form, there are many traders who traded their stop loss above this. I am sure that many of you also here have traded in that way, or stop loss here, but I was patient because I was waiting for the strong liquidity grab. And then before even the live session, I was watching, and that's the news candle that has crossed all those candles high. Okay, and if you turn on our TF strategy, this is the indicator. This is not showing exactly what we see, that for those who knows our TF strategy, exactly knows that this is our TF strategy sell along this zone. Okay, exactly satisfying the rules of our TF strategy. And with that breakdown, we saw the market in fact has broken this head and shoulder completely towards the downside. Okay, so it has broken down completely towards the downside, and we saw that with that breakdown, gold has formed. Now the next one, what happened? This one. Okay, that one is a, let me see, that one we have entered. So we entered here when the price was here. Now why did I enter? Because I know that from here it's satisfying my TF strategy, but I was waiting for an entry, and when the price was here, right, because it grabbed liquidity, and in the back tested result of TF strategy, the price will drop, will go down, and we saw this is what happened here. The price has in fact rejected from that level, and from that zone the trade was taken. Stop loss, why did I put here? Because this is a very important resistance level. The price should be bouncing from here at least one more time, and that's what we have seen, that the price has done that, and it's still should be doing in that direction. Very simplest way. Now TF strategy is available for for you in your student dashboard if you are a lifetime member. If you are not, also I would recommend you to join us to learn how we trade gold according to the strategies in any time frame, and also you can learn all the courses that we have. So let's look at now other instrument, how they are doing things. Coach Gold, kindly can you look at Usdjpy? We will be looking at that, absolutely. Thanks Coach. AUD CAD, which pair can I specialize in? Josh, yeah, we'll be looking at that. So what's your TP on AUD CAD? We'll be looking at that. Okay, in the meantime, I feel a little bit of cold, guys. I just need a jacket on it. 1 second. I'll be back in just I just need 30 seconds. I'll be back. Thank you.
In my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame, cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed, all the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say, I don't push pause, no I push play, I won't stop till I make a change, I withdraw on the things I make, I turn flaws into flawless traits, I build tall, never capped in space, I won't stop till I hear him say, a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the a.m. that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb. A new class divine, yeah, true passion shines
in the direction that we expected. So let's see.
I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say.
Okay, so it is in fact going in that direction. So let's look at now. Okay, so AUD CAD is moving as expected. So we see that AUD pairs significantly bearish, okay, including the AUD USD. Okay, Euro GBP, we saw that there is a bearish candle on Euro GBP. If I look at the bigger picture on Euro GBP, we see that there is a possibility for further drop. If I look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly there's a doji. The price, in fact, after this doji, the price has created downside. I think that Euro GBP might drop a little towards the downside, fail to create a higher high here on the weekly, and we might see that Euro GBP coming to this support level. Now if we look at the daily, this is the daily candle, which is a long bearish engulfer. There's a liquidity grab at the top and bottom, and this daily candle, I love to trade this kind of price action. This is a complete bearish price action with a strong liquidity grab at the top. And on Euro GBP, if we look at the lower time frame, this is where we see the price has in fact broken towards the downside. There is a strong bearish price action, pullback again has gone. This is a liquidity grab here, and then the price has formed this long bearish price action and might form a head and shoulder here. But I think that we could see that Euro GBP towards the downside on this one. Coach, I put buy on 2029 and stuck. What do you suggest me? Okay, so you put buy on 2029. What do you mean by the gold? 2029, that's way above, so that must be big drawdown now for you. I really don't know what to say. Thank you very much. How about buy now? No, I don't. I know. I normally I normally don't buy in a falling market. I would rather sell. I will explain that psychology is very important, that understanding the trend and then looking for the market which is selling in a market which is falling, which is the concept of buying that comes is sometimes very normal and understandable, is because let me tell you one thing. For example, if you buy, let's say you take a knife, let's say spoon, if you take a fork, okay, now the job of the fork is let's say you want to use it for eating, right? So wherever you take it, it will act as a fork, okay, like this, like spoon or fork. Now the reason I told this is because if you now our brain take everything literally all the time. So for example, if I train my brain sometimes it comes to any kind of disciplinary sports. Why it is important? Because let's say you play a sports that is require a very high level of attention, okay, discipline. Now if you are out of that sports, then what happens is that focus still is there, so you are able to concentrate very vigorously. Is because when you do sports that is require a very high level of attention, you create a muscle memory in your brain. You're creating a muscle memory in your brain. So our brain do like that, okay? Even in a mental level. That's why even if you do something in your imagination, it creates a change in the brain. Now if we look at that perspective, that let's say when in a downtrend at the bottom, if we look like buying, is because from the normal perspective, if I say the normal person is a normal person cannot, they said that trader Tom, he said that normal cannot make money in the market. That's true. Now if you want to make money in this market, you have to act out of normal. So the normal thinking is, for example, when the price is low, buy. So normal business, if you go to an Apple shop or any kind of shop, buy low, sell high, okay? Here, sell low, buy high. This is the difference. This is trading. So then how do you I modify it a little bit. I say that buy on a pullback on a local breakdown, sell on a pullback on a local breakdown. This is where you can find the most profitable trading opportunity that I use in my trading. And yeah, this is where trading is all about understanding the trend and trading with the trend. See, this trade that we have closed, okay, with profit, that one, if you hold it, it's falling, right? This one that early today we have opened VIP trade, you can see that our stop loss at we sold at 1977.13, stop loss 1978.18, TP at 19. This one we took the full TP here 2.7 times, but that one is now here, right? The same trade is here. Can you see that 15 times now profit running on this one? If we run the trade. Now we definitely not running that trade that long, but what I'm saying is that if you trade with the trend, and even if you take a trade which is wrong or mistake, it might give you a very big profit if you trade with the trend. That's why I trade 70% of my trading decision comes, I always look for the trend and then liquidity and then price action. These are the three things: market structure, liquidity, and price action. These are the three secrets that all professional trader, profitable trader knows. So if you don't know it, then I'll recommend you to focus more on these three things, and also make sure you stay subscribed. Every weekend I release a lot of content to help trader. This weekend also I will be explaining how I look at the liquidity in the market, how I map it. So make sure that you don't miss out any of them by staying subscribed. So let's look at now Aussie CAD. We see that Aussie CAD in fact has dropped enough. Let me see. We see there is a candle close just a couple of minutes earlier. Let me see how it's performing here. So Euro GBP, as I mentioned, you could see that downside on this. Euro CHF also bearish. So Euro look like that little bit of weaker. Just looking at all of them quickly to see. Okay, GBP AUD looks to me that this one also possibly a bit more strongly to the upside. GBP AUD, if I look at the monthly on GBP AUD, what we see that from the monthly perspective, there is a very strong impulse on the monthly, with this very strong impulse followed by this correction here on GBP AUD. If we look at the correction, we saw that if we place our Fibonacci from low to the high, we see that the market, it didn't retest 30, because it's a monthly. We might see later another one, but so far we saw after coming to this support level, the price is moving to the upside. And if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, GBP AUD slowly after grabbing liquidity here, market slowly moving to the upside. And if we look at the daily, you can see that from the daily time frame, this one also from the daily, you can see there is a double bottom breakout, retest of the neckline. If I draw it clearly, there's a double bottom, okay, breakout, retest, and then we see the market is creating series of higher high and higher low. And I think that this one will continue to rise in that direction. So GBP AUD is currently significantly bullish, and there is a pin bar which is for me a very strong bullish price action on GBP AUD, and I think that the market will continue to rise from here, which is very high probability to happen. From the lower time frame, yeah, looks to me that GBP AUD also significantly bullish on this one. Let me know in the chat, guys, how you are doing. So Rich Hamilton, hey, good morning coach, can you see about AUD USD? Yeah, absolutely, look at that. Muhammad Salman, buy on gold now. Yeah, absolutely, will do that. Buy on gold sometime, what I'm talking, that's a massive drop on gold. No, this is what we are talking about. Buy, not at the moment. I'm not going to buy. It's a falling market, so if I find another opportunity, I'm gonna sell, unless when it will reverse, it will show you a very, very strong reversal pattern. Okay, it will tell you that it's reversing, which will form a pattern, and then you can. So hello coach Giorgio, thank you. What do you think about GBP USD? We see that as gold is dropping, DXY is going up, GBP USD should be downside. I'll do full analysis. Please explain dollar yen. Yeah, absolutely, we'll look at that. US30 Danes, yes, thank you very much. Thank you Martin, it's awesome. Shan, hi coach, I want to ask, gold is still not tested 1990 2000 level. Do you think gold will go to that 1990? You mean the upside, Sean? It's well below now. What I think that from gold perspective, let me tell you the bigger picture on gold, for my view on gold on bigger picture, because it's dropping, right? We could see a bit more stronger drop on this. What I think that with that drop, gold might come even to this level here, okay, and then we could see before the end of the month, we might see again going back up, forming a very long bullish candle, which is a very high probability to happen, or a long wick candle here. Okay, so it's still, which is a very highly likely that gold will continue to drop. Eurujpy, absolutely, look at that. I coach Euro CHF, yeah. GBP JPY news, yeah. Oops, music, let me turn that off. Do you like music, guys, or should I turn it off? Let me know. Turn off music. If you like, I can keep that on. Okay, no problems. Okay, so little, reduce little. Okay, I'll do that. Let's see.
in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes.
Reducing or increasing?
Feeling love, feeling great, straight, never stop, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say.
I'm dropping.
Push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits.
I think there's very little sound now. Let me know if it is working well, or otherwise I can change. Okay, very good. Okay, gold, I think that we might see further drop. Your CHF, hi coach, could you please turn off the background music? Okay, so I'm getting request for turn off, so I'm turning off. I'll create a poll later to see how many of you in music. Okay, distracting Chindi. Okay, no problems. Okay, we favor. Okay, I'm sound. Okay, so I see some mixed for music. So we'll keep some time. We'll leave off mixed. We'll see in the next session. I'll do a bit more test on this, and then we'll keep on and off. When we are talking more, we'll keep that on. When off, when we will be on a observation mode, then we might feel bored, and then we can turn it on. Thank you very much. So let's look at now. We see gold is in fact has made that move from where we expected. Let me see all of them, that how they are doing. Okay, AUD CAD is coming down, which is almost nearly at 0.89128. AUD USD, okay, coming down. Okay, so let's look at GBP JPY, which is almost in the resistance zone, but let's see how it is trying to do now. Now looking at the bigger picture on GBP JPY, looking at the monthly perspective on GBP JPY, we see that this market from the monthly, it is a bull market. You can see that this is a monthly support on GBP JPY. Now with that monthly support, at a bounce, there's a gap opening, a big move to the upside on GBP JPY with this monthly candle, followed by this month so far. After a little pullback, we see that GJ is breaking this resistance level. Okay, so above this resistance now, and if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, with this big move correction, it is in another bullish move on GBP JPY. Now with that movement, what we see that GJ currently above the resistance zone. Okay, this is the resistance level, and this is the weekly price action, which is above the resistance, and I think the market will continue to rise. If we look at the daily, there is a daily inverted head and shoulder. Okay, has broken to the upside with this inverted head and shoulder, leaving a resistance here, okay, which is turning support here, and that resistance turns support, and we saw the market now creating a bullish move on GJ. Now if we look at the lower time frame from the intraday, we can see that GBP JPY from the lower time frame perspective, there is a strong impulse here. Okay, this is a big impulse. The price has consolidated, has broken to the upside. Now with that breakout, the price on a very important level here, which is the previous resistance zone, turn support here, and we saw this movement to the upside. I think that GJ may continue to rise because it's a very long-term bull market. Now from the very bigger picture perspective, from this weekly and monthly and daily, GBP is a significantly bullish market, and I think that this market will continue to rise to the upside. Okay, so let's see how it does. And yeah, so this is the resistance line here, which is turn support. What I want to see, as we see GJ in fact facing a very high level of resistance, we could see a bit more liquidity gap, which is possible, and then we could see that move to happen. I will not buy this point from the top. This is what I was talking about, that in an uptrending market I'll look for a local breakdown and then grab liquidity and then to continue to rise. So let's see how it does, guys. We'll be looking at that, and we see that gold in fact continuing to drop. Okay, so probably you have seen my early analysis today. This is what I mentioned, that gold might have a drastic drop, and this is what has happened. The reason I said that way is because if you look at the bigger picture, especially on the weekly, you can see that the market is below all this level of support, and because the price is moving in that way, okay, below all this level of support, we can expect this price to come down to test this support level. This is a historically weekly support and very important level of support, and I think the price might come down to grab the liquidity here on this level. And normally this is what happens when you see a very important level of support or resistance is broken, especially from the higher time frame. You'll see that there could be a drastic drop on this kind of pair. So if you look at daily, this is the daily middleman, and there is a drop, and the price, you can see this middleman has completely been separated. Now if you don't know what is a middleman, probably you have heard of first time. Let me know in the chat if you have heard is the first time or no. I do have a YouTube channel. In the YouTube playlist, you go to the secret forex strategy, you'll find about the middleman that I explained. Very, very powerful, one of my favorite trading strategies that I use, middleman trading strategy. And that's where I explain the candlestick pattern, but the strategy is available for all the lifetime students who are trading with us in the website. If you are our lifetime member, go to the dashboard and look at that middleman trading strategy, where you will find that how I use this strategy. Now from this perspective, we see that gold is below this level, and with that said, and I think that it will highly likely this might drop a lot, and later we could see possible even the reversal, because still we don't know. I'm not going to buy now because it's a very strongly falling market, but reversal, when it will happen, we'll see that, and I will keep you posted, guys, when it may not be immediately reversing from here, may not, but let's see. First, it's now dropping and very aggressively bearish. Okay, no problems. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll be doing which area? Yep. All right, so I'm gonna turn on that one music with a lower volume. Let me know if the volume is okay. You guys are enjoying the volume, or I should lower a little further or rise up. Okay, middleman. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so middleman is a candlestick pattern that you probably will have heard of here. It's a very powerful, for those who are in our academy for some time, you know that middleman, it really works if you can identify them in the right time, right place, you will be able to see that that price action. Okay guys, so in the meantime, let me know how you are doing. Increase. Okay, in the meantime, let me know how you're doing with your trading psychological perspective, because this one also I want to talk when we do trading and analysis, because you know, this is a very, very important topic. I can teach anyone a strategy. I can give anyone a strategy that proven back tested, but you know, I can only motivate one to become a trader. Okay, so if you look at the statistics, how a profitable trading works is that 90% of one's trading success depends on trading psychology. All right, so 90% of, not 90%, 70% of one trader's trading success will depend on his or her trading psychology. And I'm sure that every one of you want to be a profitable trader, isn't it? Definitely. Otherwise, who doesn't want to be a profitable trader? And if one doesn't have the right trading psychology, if one spent 10 years behind trading, it may not be able to be profitable. Okay, but thank you very much. But if you look at if you look at a trader who has a very strong trading psychology, okay, and even not, let's say, a year of time in starting of their trading career till the year, one can become a very, very good trader. Is possible with the right trading psychology. See how far 10 years one cannot be a profitable. In 1 year one can be profitable with the right trading psychology. Now then, what is a trading psychology? I have a question for you guys. Let me know in the chat, what is in fact a trading psychology? Let me see in the meantime. It's the fundamental question that one must ask. What is in fact a trading psychology? Let me see in the meantime. NASDAQ has another bullish candle. I think that NASDAQ prepared for another move. We see that possible bullish on US30, grab liquidity from the support. I think that US30 and NASDAQ might continue to go rise, especially NASDAQ. I see that very beautiful trending market. Let me see this one from the daily. Now from the daily perspective, we see that the price starting with this move, an impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. So the price is creating series of higher high and higher low, and I think that the market might continue to rise in that direction, okay, which is pretty bullish price action. And we see that this market creating series, and this daily candle, which is a significant bullish. Now from the lower time frame, we see that there is an inverted hammer and then liquidity two times liquidity gap, which is possible bullish. Now looking at the monthly, we see that NASDAQ on the monthly, in fact, aggressively moving towards the upside, and this is a upcoming resistance on the monthly. I think that NASDAQ might break this resistance and then we could see an immediate rejection, or after breaking a higher low we might see that Nasdaq may come down for a deeper pullback. This is a very important level of resistance. If we look at the weekly, we can see the same thing on Nasdaq. The price is likely to move to the upside. From the daily, we see the same thing. This is the daily. There's a strong bullish candle. So from the lower time frame, 4 hour, we see that Nasdaq has grabbed liquidity, and I think that with that move we might see that 13,720 level might be broken, and then we might see that the market again breaking towards the downside. This is a very long-term uptrend, and yeah, I think the Nasdaq might go a bit more to the upside. Thank you very much. Good evening, coach. In the meantime, guys, if you are looking for a regulated broker, our recommended broker is EverTrade. You can join EverTrade. I put a link in the description for EverTrade, and also I'm giving a link in the live chat. Okay, so EverTrade. So this is the link for EverTrade regulated broker. You can click the link and then register for free. You can start trading with your minimum capital. So this is a link that you can use. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll talk more about this. So middleman is a candlestick pattern. You can watch more videos on the YouTube channel, also available. If you are our member, then you can see the strategy on the student dashboard. Okay, so Eurusdjpy, thank you very much. Trading psychology is our perception in the perfect competition market favor. A very philosophical answer, not bad. I like that. Trading psychology, it is follow trend, not motivation. Trading psychology is follow trend, not motivation. I lose some time because of motivation. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Eurusdjpy, yeah, we'll be looking at that. So trading psychology, you got some answer. That's good. Trading psychology is, I will not go to the traditional definition, but I will tell you exactly from the fundamental perspective of having a trading right psychology, becoming who you are as a trader. This is a very important question that sometime, if you look at a bit more deeper perspective of human being, I think that one of the most important question that every human need to ask in their birth to death at least once or a couple of times is, who am I? This is called, it's a kind of self-inquiry also said. So, becoming a trader is becoming who you are. Keep in mind, it's very important. Most people that I'm telling you the truth, because it's also needed for your trading. What I'm talking about is a very important perspective. 99% people, 98%, so 2% could be you, that 98% people don't know who they are. Okay, now you might say, what are you talking about? I'm Mr. X. Now if you are Mr. X or Mr. or Mrs. someone, then you need to ask further question, and we don't ask that question. The further question comes in place. Let's say you might say, okay, I'm Mr. X, or any name that you are given, and if I tell you that, what if you are Mr. Y or Mrs. Y, The Mr. X, that name is given by your parents or grandparents. Now what if they gave you Mr. or Mrs. Y? Then you could be a different person, right? So the name that you are called is not who you are. So this is how it's a method of self-inquiry to find out who one is. And becoming a trader is becoming who you are as a trader. And interestingly, that who you are or who one is like a fluid, is not a rigid something. For example, you are a doctor, right? Now when you come home, are you a doctor? No, you are not a doctor. Then you are maybe a husband or a wife or a father or mother. So who you are is varies from time to time. And when you know how to perform from becoming who you are, then every facet of your life become super and you perform at highest potential. Now to perform as, so when you are trading, now you are a trader. So who you are is you are a trader, and you know who you are, then you perform at the highest level, at your highest potential, which is possible. Now you might say, okay, then how do you know 98% people don't know who they are? This is what the Shakespeare, British poet, said, that all the men and women in this world are, the world is a stage, then all the men and women are merely players. So this is what the reality is, that we need to, in fact, we don't know who. So once you know who you are, you in fact started to perform at your best in your with your highest potential. And to do that, a little bit of self-inquiry is needed. So this is where the trading psychology comes in place. This, we started that conversation. The trading psychology is becoming a trader. Now how do you might say, then how do I become a trader? So you can trade by not being a trader, or you can trade by become a trader. This is where it comes to becoming a trader. Let me know if you have any question. I think that you started to understood what I'm saying. Euro USD, absolutely, Mark. Trading psychology, the man who takes more pride in the step to obtain the results than the results itself will always become. Yeah, very good answer, Mark. That's understandable. It's a very good answer, very good approach. Hello coach, please check USD CAD. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. So yeah, we'll be looking at that. And let's look at so you see the NASDAQ, I was impressed with this one here. A price action on NASDAQ is bullish. A significant and price action on NASDAQ. So gold is continuously dropping down, so which could continue to drop. It's in a strong downtrend. If you look at the 5 minutes, you can see that there's a massive, with this liquidity, a massive drop on gold. It's almost in the support level. I think it will create further drop, and we'll be looking at this. So in the meantime, let me look at, guys, dollar CAD. Now dollar CAD, you see the CAD is a little bit of stronger. That's why you saw the dollar CAD is a bit slower to the upside. But what I see, the dollar CAD again on the way to the upside. Okay, so if you look at this one here from the daily perspective, dollar CAD, this is the daily chart on dollar CAD. This is the previous resistance, which is turning support here on USD CAD. And with that previous resistance turn support, you saw that dollar CAD has started to bounce to the upside. Now if we look at the monthly, we see that from the monthly perspective, USD CAD, bouncing from here. Looking at the weekly, we can see that this is the weekly bullish engulfer. So far the price has come to the support level, and then we saw the price is forming a higher low. With that higher low formation, we can see that USD CAD is currently moving towards the upside. Now if we look at the daily, we can see that the price, this is the previous resistance, which is turning support here, and the price is slowly moving to the upside. Now with that upside movement on USD CAD, there is an inverted hammer here, and highly likely the price will continue to rise to the upside. So from the lower time frame perspective, we see that dollar CAD currently, there's a long week candles, quite a few dojis here along this way, and with that doji, it's not a doji, basically there are narrow candles. I think that dollar CAD, this is a sign of break to the upside. We might see that dollar CAD is just continuing to the upside. Okay, so we could see dollar CAD moving up, breaking all this resistance level. From the bigger picture perspective, we could see at least a break of this resistance that can give us. So the way it is moving, there is an entry yet, but I think that it might grab liquidity at least from one candle that can give us an entry opportunity on USD CAD. Okay guys, let's make sure that you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you are looking for regulated broker, there is a link in the description area. You can join Trade. They are our regulated broker. You can start your trading journey with a regulated broker. And also I'm giving a link in the live chat. You can use that link to register for free to join Trade to start your trading journey. So regulated broker Trade, I have given a link in the chat. Make sure you click the link, join that, and then let us know any question. Good day, coach. Please check US30. Absolutely, Jofia. Know how to control emotion, follow the rules, adapt to the situation. Very, very intelligent question, Jofia. That's a very good question. Faisal, can you check CAD JPY? How might use affected? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. DXY going up. Gold will be. Can I jump in bearish on Euro CHF? Okay, we'll be looking at that. So yeah, that's a very good answer as well. On controlling emotion, following the rules. Yeah, very good. Okay, this is what it comes to developing a strong mindset and then being a trader. And when you one develop a very sound trading psychology, one can trade with the trend. And then trading with the trend is also an important part of trading psychology. Okay, it's a very, very important part of trading psychology. Keep in mind that. So let me see. We looked at dollar CAD JPY. Looking at the monthly time frame on CAD JPY, we see that this is a very long bullish market structure, creating series of higher low along this support level on CAD JPY. Now with that monthly price action, we see the CAD JPY is approaching a monthly resistance. I think that in that move the price might break this resistance, and then we could see pullback, but still there is a probability for CAD JPY to continue to rise. I think it might reach these resistance zones. Now if you look at a bigger picture on CAD JPY, we see this is the impulse correction. Every time the price is creating series of higher high and higher low on CAD JPY. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective there is a strong movement correction. The price is creating series of higher high and higher low on CAD JPY. Now this is the weekly candle, which in fact, after creating series of higher low along this zone on CAD JPY is breaking to the upside. Now there is a resistance, and from the weekly this is a very high liquidity zone, this doji, and I think that CAD JPY will continue to rise towards the upside. Now looking at the daily, same way, this is a very strongly bull market, and we could see the price is continuing to the upside on CAD JPY. So from the lower time frame perspective, this is the 4-hour candle on CAD JPY, and with that candle there is this trend. You can see a bullish trend, very predictable long-term uptrending market structure, impulse correction. The price is creating series of higher high and higher low. We see that with that series of higher high and higher low, CAD JPY is moving towards the upside, and with that movement, what we can expect on CAD JPY, the price to continue to rise. And this current candle is 3 hours remaining. For me, after closing of this, we might see some pullback a bit down, and then we can expect more potential. This in that zone, I may not be a buyer at the moment because I want to see a bit more deeper pullback. This one was a candle for buying. Now we need another pullback, and then we can look for bullish trading opportunity. Hello sir, please look at AUD CHF. So looking at Euro CHF, and so Euro CHF, suddenly you see that Euro CHF is not at this point for me a good market for trading at the moment, because if I look at the bigger picture on Euro CHF monthly, it's on the monthly support, on the weekly as well. There's a bearish candle, the price slowly turning to drop, but you can see it's a narrow gap here. From the daily, it might go up for a deeper pullback to the upside, or even could drop. So it's not a very good market for a potential trading for me. Euro CHF, you can see this is the resistance here, and also maybe if the price managed to break this resistance, could give us another selling opportunity. So from the lower time frame, we see that Euro CHF now slowly moving towards this resistance here. Okay, so we could see that Euro CHF has broken to the upside, created an overextended market, and then we could see that Euro CHF has dropped towards the downside. Okay guys, in the meantime, join the free Telegram channel guys, link in the description. Also I can give a link here on the live chat so that you guys can click and join the free Telegram channel. So okay, so this is the free Telegram channel link. You can stay connected for all the educational, all the updates that coming up, any live trade that we open. If we keep running that trade, also I'll keep you updated on the free Telegram channel. So if we look at the GBP USD guys, we see that the market for GBP USD with the gold, I think this one looks bearish. Let's look at GBP USD a bit more bigger picture. I think that we might see a bit more also stronger drop on GBP USD, which is possible. If I look at the bigger picture on the monthly, we see that from the monthly, if you look at the top on GBPUSD, this is what I look at in most of the time. This is the resistance zone here on GBPUSD. There is a doji here, long doji, and this resistance here, also resistance here. And with that resistance, you saw that the market has broken the resistance, triggered the huge liquidity on the monthly, and then has rejected towards the downside. Now with that rejection on GBPUSD, currently the price breaking down, and I think that with that breakdown, GU might break this monthly low as the price has having a momentum grab. This is a liquidity grab, so with that liquidity we might see a bit more stronger drop like the gold and breaking this monthly low. If we look at the weekly, previous week there was a big red candle. This week the price has done enough pullback. Now this is the second last day of trading week. Tomorrow there's only one day. I think that in this time we might see GU might trend to the downside on GBPUSD. If we look at the daily, this is the daily candle with the doji. The price now below this daily support. Okay, so with that below this daily support on GBPUSD, below all this level, we can expect the price to break down and continue to drop. Now from the lower time frame, we saw immediately the price is coming down, but if we look at the 1 hour, for me, there is already multiple times liquidity gap from the 1 hour. It's 54 minutes still remaining for this candle. I will personally open position on GBPUSD if I only see the price has gone up again in this 1 hour time frame and grab liquidity from this top. I always stay at the top of liquidity, and I become the most patient trader when it comes to taking the trade. You have seen that we do open quite a few trades, but I spend a lot of time because my trade is also my trade as well as for all the students that trading with us. That's why we are so successful as a trader in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. We all are a great team. You can join us, link in the description area. Today we had 2 gold trades, both are winner, and also we had a AUD CAD which I think hitting the TP. It hit the TP. Let me see mine. Yeah, AUD CAD hit TP target. Okay, great news. So AUD CAD, I think many of you were running that trade. I'm sure that you also had a TP hit on this one. So with that said, now let's look at going back to that one that we are discussing. So GBPUSD, okay, so for me, I want to see that from the 1 hour the price has gone up. You see this and triggered the liquidity, and then we can look for potential selling opportunity on GBPUSD. So this is a very high area of value, and which is likely to happen, which is very possible to happen. From the daily perspective, we see the market already has done enough movement towards the downside. So let's see on even on the gold. We see that after this 1 hour candle, the market is now going up for a pullback. Let's see on the 5 minutes. Okay, so you see a structure is being created from the, let's see the bigger picture monthly. So gold candle close with this giant red candle. I think that we could see further downside on gold. The way it is dropping, it's a very massive bearish price action. We might see short-term pullback, but for me, I think that gold might remain bearish for longer term perspective. Okay, a trend, they said that the Rome is not built in one day. A trend also not developed in one day. It's not going to end in one day as well. So they from the 1 hour chart, which is a very strongly bearish. So it's going up for a pullback, but I think that we might see after little pullback we could see another wave of drop. It's a very strongly falling market. In the middle we might not see that much of pullback. Instead instead we could see the market has dropped further. Okay, so which is a very possibility. Dollar yen per bin, we'll be looking at that. All plays absolutely favor Euro CAD. Yep. So dollar yen, we'll be looking at that. Okay, so looking at dollar yen, yeah, looks to me that it's still bullish. If we look at the bigger picture, monthly, okay, we see that from the monthly perspective, dollar yen, this is the monthly nearest resistance just been broken. You can see with that monthly resistance break, dollar yen is highly likely to continue to rise. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see the same thing. There is a long bullish candle that has in fact broken all this recent level of resistance zone on dollar yen, and we can expect the price to move to the resistance zone. Now long from the daily also we see that with this double bottom formation on dollar yen has created this move, broken all this recent level of resistance. Now we can expect dollar yen to continue to rise in that direction. So from the lower time frame we see dollar yen, the trend is up. We see with this movement correction, the price is creating series of higher high, okay, and higher low. Right, so with that said, now you can see there is a movement. This current candle, if this one is forming a very strong doji, we might see that continuation to the upside. The way the price action is bullish, I think that we might see further bullish on dollar yen. So going back to gold again to see, we see that gold is consolidating, but for me I think that it will have another drop after a pullback to the upside, because very strongly falling market. We might see that the price action is weakly bullish, like weaker bullish, that what I can say. From the 1 hour you can see that the bulls are not getting enough strength for buying. So let's see how it. So gold, you can see in what I think that after retest of this zone, we might see another possible drop. So AUD CAD has a successful trade so far, dropped. Euro CAD, let me see all of them. Now GJ also, so JPY pairs are and GBP are bullish. GBP AUD also bullish as expected. So most of the pair we have seen that doing exactly as it is. So we had another successful trading day like yesterday in the live as well as in this session. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live session, and give a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. Like as I mentioned, guys, we do a very successful trading academy here. We are learning, growing as a trader. Everyone, you can join us. Once you join us, you become part of the trading community, learning our strategies, and also be part of the group where all the VIP traders trade together. So if there is a link in the description, you can find the link, and also at the top of the chat, visit the website, ask us any question. With that said, guys, it was enjoyable. I'm gonna end this session. I will come back again. Tomorrow is weekend, as you know, that very important day. Make sure that you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so that you are notified. Press that bell button, and I will come twice again. We'll be looking at again together in the market, and I enjoyed with you guys. Hopefully that you also enjoyed. And until that, stay happy and go to the description area. There is a lot of links that might be helpful to you. So with that said, I'm gonna end this session. Thank you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, always manage your risk, stay happy, stay well.